Hello everyone, and welcome to the Zoom Tech tutorial for the Restorative Trauma Informed Care Train the Trainer happening starting August 18th through September the 11th. Today I'm going to show you the ins and outs of the Zoom platform that we will be using throughout the entirety of the training. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going into the Zoom platform, and you'll always have this screen pop up that says that unless you have checked this, always show video during there. So you are going to show join with video, and then it's going to pop up and you are going to show join with audio. And so what this does is it allows you to be able to speak and to have video. So I have the other two video platforms that I have on mute and no video, so you'll see them up there. And this is the main function, so you'll just see this throughout the entirety. And this is me up here talking in the corner. And so what we're going to do is when you click on the mute function, you don't have the ability to be able to speak. When you unmute yourself, then you have that ability for everyone to hear you. We would like for everyone to be on mute unless you're being called on to talk to, because it does reduce the background noise that the presenter hears and everyone else hears throughout the entire training. And we do, as presenters, have that ability to be able to mute you. When you are muted and you try to talk, that function that just popped up that says to be able to unmute yourself, you will, if you're trying to talk and no one hears you, you will see that function. So we're going to have ourselves muted for most of the presentation until we go into our breakout rooms and we are specifically asking questions and things of that sort. And also we have our stop video function. So our stop video function turns our video off. This is okay to do while you're in the presentation portion of the trainings. We would like for you to have your videos on when you are in the breakout sessions, because it does show a connection and it gives you a deeper relationship with the people that you're working with in the breakout sessions, rather than them just seeing a blank screen with your name on it. The next thing that we're going to be working with is we're going to be working with the participants function. So if we go into the participants function, you'll see everyone here that will be in the training and that's on the training. So we request that you put your name, your organization, and your pronouns. We know that not all of those things are going to be able to be seen, but we would like to have those on there. And the cool thing about the participants list is you have your raise your hand function and you have some pretty important functions over here. So we're going to be utilizing our raise our hand function. So I clicked it because I have a question. And so it shows everyone that I've raised my hand. And then most important, it shows the moderator that I've raised my hand. And so when the moderator sees that, they can either ask you a question privately through the chat function. So here's our chat function. So they can ask everyone a question, or you can ask everyone a question, or you can scroll down and it gives all of the list of the participants, and you can ask a specific participant. So if you wanted to send a message to your coworker that you're not personally with, you can send them a message. And so it just goes from me to that person. And if you want to send it to everyone, then you can send it from me to everyone. We do request that you send the questions that you have regarding the training to everyone so everyone can see them. And when you're going back to the raise your hand function, so if that has been answered through the chat function or through the presenter themselves, then they will come over here and they have the ability to lower your hand. And so then that raise your hand function goes away. We also have, if someone is asking a question, the presenter is asking a question of, do you like this? Yes or no? And so you have that ability to do a yes or a no. and you do have the ability to interchange them out. If you feel that the presenter is going too quickly, you can ask to go slower, and so it moves it into that go slower function. And then you have your thumbs down, your thumbs up, your clapping, and then I need a break, or this one could be I need a break as well. So like the coffee sign or the, oh, that's away, sorry. The coffee sign is I need a break, and then the clock, sorry, is that you're away. So that if you have to step away for a few minutes, people know that you're away. So then what we're going to do is we're going to close out this function. You have that ability to close out the chat and close out the participants, and you have the ability to keep them open as well. So the next thing that we're going to go to is we're going to go to our share screen function. Our share screen function has this cool little thing called the whiteboard. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open our whiteboard. You have the ability to do this in your breakout rooms. So your presenter might ask you to do a T-chart. So you have that ability to draw a T-chart, and then you can pop in a text box. And then you can pop in another text box. And you have the ability to create cool little stamps. And you can go this way. You can draw, like I did with the T-chart, you can self-draw. And you also have that ability to clear, and you can only clear your drawings. So if you messed up in something that you were typing and you wanted to clear it and start over, you just hit the clear my drawings. If you hit clear all drawings, it's going to take it to a white screen. It took it to a white screen this time because I was the only person that drew something. And then it also has the spotlight function. The spotlight function kind of gives you that pointer ability to show where you're talking about what you're talking about. The spotlight function is also available in the annotate, which I will show you in a few minutes as well. So we're going to come up here and we're going to look at stop sharing. So we've looked at our participants list, our chat function, and our share screen. We also have other reactions. We have a clap reaction, which puts it up into my screen up here. That means that I'm clapping. Or we have a thumbs up reaction that I put up into my screen right there. It'll eventually go away. And so what the next thing that we're going to look at is we're going to look at breakout function. And so what the breakout function is it allows you to be separated out into multiple different rooms with a small group of people. And so I'm going to open the breakout room, and I'm going to show you what that is all about. So when you get invited to go to the breakout room, you'll have this feature come up, and it'll tell you which room. So you're going to join, and it's going to automatically take you in to the breakout room. And so what that does is that it gives you a timer up here. So everyone will have a timer on how long you're supposed to be in the breakout rooms. I just put this for a minute just to show everyone what the breakout rooms were. So it takes you into these small individualized rooms. You have the ability to have the chat function. You have the ability to have the participants function. It will only show the participants that are in the breakout room. You have the ability to do your clapping and your thumbs up. And you have the ability to still raise your hand. You also have the ability to ask for help. So can you invite the host to this breakout room for assistance? So it gives you that ability to invite the host. And when the host has been invited, they'll get a prompt on their screen that shows them, hey, you've been invited to this room. Will you please go to this room? And so what we're going to do now that the breakout rooms have been closed, so it gives you a warning signal that the breakout rooms are going to close in 9 seconds. And so there's two ways that you can leave the breakout room. You can leave the breakout room through leave the breakout room, or it automatically takes you out of the room and brings you back into the main room. And so now it shows that you're back into the main session because the breakout rooms have been closed. And so what we're going to look at now is we're going to look at sharing my screen. Let me do that. And I want to show you the annotate function. So the annotate function gives you all of the functions that the whiteboard gave you. And except for you're going to be doing, you can have the power to do this on the PowerPoints. So this is my main background screen of my computer. So you can type and it'll put it in there. You can stamp and it'll put your stamps on. You have the spotlight function, so the presenters can click on the spotlight and they can show you kind of things. And then they could use the draw function, so if they're looking for one specific thing, they could circle it, or they could just underline it. They have the eraser that they can just erase one thing. And then you have your formatting where you can change your colors. You can undo what you just did so it brings it back. You have the ability to clear it. And then the presenter also has the ability to save it. So if there's some like talking points that they wanted to save for the next day or for you to have, they have that ability to save it, and then they can send that screen to you later on. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. So this is the functions of the Zoom platform that we will be using. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give me a call or email at laura.moat@snoco.org. We will also be going over a quick tutorial on the Tech Teach Day on August 12th, if you will be attending that. So we'll be doing a brief overview of the Zoom tutorial at that time as well. I hope you have a good rest of your day and see you soon.